to a special edition of the Two Man Weave podcast. As always, I'm your host, Dan Chiavetta. Joining me tonight from California, the 37 West, Andrew Widell and John Fontanelli. What's going on, guys?
What up, Chia?
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude, good to have you, man. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Now that I finally have a job where the schedules kind of sync up to Pacific time, we're able to do a little midnight pod for us. So happy to have you guys here, man. We got a lot to talk about. Let's first tell us why you're here, Johnny. What's going on?
Well, I forget whose idea it was. I think it might have been Widell's idea to do like a music podcast. We've had the Two Man Weave podcast for a while, which we're both big fans of. So we decided, give it a shot. Let's play some live music coast to coast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I've always loved hearing you guys play, man. Unfortunately, that's been the biggest challenge living on opposite coasts is seeing you guys live. I luckily had a chance to see you a few months ago in Albany around New Year's, but this is just the two of you guys. This is the new endeavor. This is the new band. So just give the audience a brief background on what the 37 West is, when you guys started really steamrolling along, just the two of you, and just a little background for the people that might not know.
Where to begin? 2006, the three of us, Widell, myself, and you, all three of us started at Cortland as freshmen. We became friends. We started playing music together. We started playing coffee houses together in small acoustic venues. About 2008, we formed a band, guitar, bass, and picked up some other spare pieces along the way. And then we moved out here together in 2011. And it's actually kind of a funny story. I was in Alaska. Do you remember you called me when I was in Alaska?
Yeah. I was doing solo stuff for a while. He was focusing on like his career and stuff. So I was playing all these solo gigs, and I called him one day. I had like an epiphany, and I was like, "Dude, we got to get the band back together. It's just not as fun." I don't know, like when Mick Jagger left the Stones, like it's just not as fun, man. You want your band, you want your boys with you. So yeah, ever since about January this year, we really started putting into gear and moving along, man.
Dude, well, nothing makes me happier than seeing you guys play together, man. You're like my very own personal Dave and Tim. So I guess without further ado, if you guys want, let's get into a track, show the people what you guys are about, and then we'll get back to some questions afterwards. Is that cool?
You know it.
Cool. Sounds good. This song is called Destiny.
Destiny, my darling, won't you listen to me now? Well, I'm speaking as clearly as this distance will allow. Well, long ago I left you, but my God, He does protect you. And if I lived 1,000 lives so I could not forget you, time will redirect you, and then you turn and face the sun. It's your one destiny. If I could rearrange the city lights, I'd write your name so big and bright that every plane that flew by would see the name that I most love. Oh, destiny, don't stand aside, don't turn your back on me. And the world it needs you desperately. Oh, destiny, won't you promise me your heart and I'll be free from this misery? If I could find a way to paint your portrait in the sky today, I'd use the brightest blues and greens, peaches, plums, and tangerines. When I'd hang it on a cloud for you to see. Destiny, if only you were here. Destiny, I let you still. How I wish you could take a hold of me. Destiny, oh destiny. Don't stand aside, don't turn your back on me. And the world that needs you desperately, go destiny. Won't you promise me your heart and I'll be free from this misery? If I could rearrange those city lights, I'd write your name so big and bright. Every plane that flew above would see the name that I most love. When I find a way to paint your portrait in the sky today, and hang it on a cloud for you to see. Destiny, don't stand aside, don't turn your back on me. And the world it needs you desperately, oh destiny. Won't you promise me your heart and I'll be free from this misery? Oh destiny, don't stand aside, don't turn your back on me. Destiny, won't you promise me your heart and I'll be free. Destiny, don't stand aside, don't turn your back on me. Destiny, won't you promise me your heart and I'll be free. Destiny.
Woo! Great work, boys. Always love hearing that song, man. That was special. I actually quoted a lyric from that song on Instagram about a month ago, so got some likes. Good luck for that. I mean, good looks for that.
Story, we were like on the fence if we were actually going to play it at our next show. We saw you did that, and someone commented on it, and they loved the lyric. I don't even know if they knew it was us, and I was like, we have to play that at our next show.
Oh, nice. Now, which show is this? Would this happen to be the show where you guys pretty much shut down the legendary House of Blues in Hollywood, or is that a different show? Yeah, tell us about that.
There's a lot of versions of that story. The one we like to tell is that we rocked it all the way to the ground. But it's not exactly the case. So they're shutting down the House of Blues on Sunset, which is like a major bummer for a lot of people in LA because that's like a staple of LA music and just LA culture. But especially for us because we've been playing there. I mean, we've only played a handful of shows in LA together, and that's the place we choose to play. We have a guy, Dan D'Angelo. Dan, if you're watching, big shout out to him.
Yes, man.
He's booked us there a few times, and we love playing there, but I guess that will have to be the last time, at least at that House of Blues location. They're turning it into like some kind of hotel or residential hotel combo or something like that, hopefully rebuilding it somewhere else. But yeah, man, no more House of Blues in LA as of next month. RIP.
That's a shame, man. Now, what's the music scene like out in LA? I mean, is there a lot of different venues where up-and-comers can kind of get their feet wet, play some tunes, or is that kind of like one of the main spots, and now is Losing That going to be a big hit for you and other acts like you guys?
I don't think it'll be too big of a hit. I mean, there's a lot of venues.
Yeah.
If you go up and down Sunset Strip, there's a ton of venues. And LA is such a big city. There's so many different subcultures and so much music that I think, if you're looking for places to play or you're looking for new bands to check out, there's pretty much infinite opportunities for that.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have rocked a lot of crowds. You've opened up for some acts. Do you want to give this could be your time to maybe pat yourself on the back a little bit. Give some people a little history of what are some of your favorite shows, venues, artists that you've rocked with. You guys can brag here. Let's go.
The first one that comes to mind is we did open for Grammy Award-winning artist Colby Calais. She came to Cortland, and they needed an opening act, and we've been performing for years on that campus, playing all the venues. So when the student activity boards needed an opening act, they called, and we answered within 2 seconds. We were like, we'll be there no matter what.
That was a fun one.
That was the most people we've ever played for in front of, I think, still. There's over like 1,000 people.
It was pretty much all chicks, too, because it's Colby Calais. So.
Yeah.
So, shall I say on the cake?
Not bad. We met the crew, band. It was really cool. It was a cool night.
Yeah, another one that comes to mind is, the last big show that we played in New York was, we opened for, what was the name of the band?
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. It was pretty big at the time. But we actually,
absolutely.
we got hired to open for Matt Nathanson. And the sound guy, whose name I still remember, but I'm not going to call him out. He's probably not listening. His first name was Jim. We'll say that. Jim dropped the soundboard that we were supposed to use, so we couldn't open for Matt Nathanson. Our whole band was pissed.
Angry.
All thousands of adoring fans were crushed. But we called Lucky's, a bar in Cortland, and they booked us a show that night. We brought a handful of people in. Yeah.
People were walking out of Matt Nathan's show going to see a 37 Project.
It was a lot of fun. It was right when we first started playing together as a big band, and it was a cool moment when you can book a show and then the day of a bunch of people turn out. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, you guys were the main event that night, not Matt Nathanson. The only reason I know Matt Nathanson is because he covered that song "Laid," and it's not even his song. That was all I knew him for. So
Come On Get Higher. The girls love that one.
Oh yeah, I can't hate. And as for the Kobe Calais, only chicks liking her, I did have Bubbly as a ringtone at one point. So.
Oh, dude, you remember when we were together and it went off during the Earth Science exams? Your Bubbly ringtone.
Dude, that was I did it straight for jokes. I thought those kind of songs were funny, but from an outsider, I don't even think I really knew you at the time. It probably was a little questionable, to say the least. So what you guys want to rock it again? You got anything else lined up? I know you said you got a few songs ready for us. Is it too early to dip our toes in that well, or are you guys ready? Widell, how's the voice feeling?
Man, this is what I'm born to do, baby. This is all for you. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's rock these interwebs again. Let's go. Whatever you got, I'll take it.
The next one we have is called Never Say. This is another one we wrote back when we were with the 37 Project, living in New York, writing music in New York. We all took Dr. Posh's class together. I wrote a lot of these lyrics now in Dr. Posh's class, so.
Yeah, quick side note. We in college, we were the 37 Project, and earlier this year when I called him, we were starting this music thing up again. We were coming up with new names, and we wanted to play old Project stuff, and we wanted to keep the 37 family alive. So just changed the last word Project, and we're out west, so that's why we have the new name 37 West too. So just wanted to throw
it works perfect, man. It's a homage to the old, and West is your guys' future, man. That's where you guys are at now. It's where your travels took you, and it's a great name, man. So I love it.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Let me start it up.
I started small, just like the rest. I had it all, and nothing less. I saw the fall, saw the rise. I watched it change before my eyes. Did the crime, broke the story. I called the papers and police. I took a bow, took the glory, rain confetti in the streets. I sunk the ship, I raised the tide. I rolled the last wave to the shore. I busted lips, blackened eyes. I've taken shots and settled scores. I've started wars with broken laws, through word of mouth and broken jaws. Fired cannons into hell and heard the heavens to wish me well. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again. I press my luck, pull the trigger. I dined with kings and danced with queens. I kissed the girl, broke her heart, then saw her face in magazines. I made a promise I never kept. I lied awake, I never slept. I did my time, took the fall. I locked myself behind these walls. I had it all, I gave it back. I held the rope, I cut the slack. I set the pace, led the race, then took a turn and went off track. I broke the mold, I raised the bar. I got so close, Joseph, but no cigar. I wrote the book, I set the tone, I stood atop this world alone. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again. Well, I painted portraits of stars, read Capura, kisses, maps, built the empires of the world, sat back and watched it all collapse. I swam across the 7 seas, traveled down 10,000 leagues. I found the world so far below, so dark and deep they'll never know. I pray the Lord my soul to keep, then let it on me. With the scriptures I'll watch the Virgin Mary weep, then change her face in all the pictures. I learn to fly, learn to land, I read it all, then learn to stand. Saw the soil of every nation, every star and constellation. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again. Well, I'll never say, never say, never say, never again.
Love it, love it. Yeah, right back to Pasha's class, man. Right back to that failing grade.
It's weird. Audience of one, dude, but I appreciate the applause.
You're the editor more than audience.
I want to go crazy, but there's just no one else here. But no, I'm sure everyone at home when they're watching this at their desks tomorrow, they're going to be raising some hell. They might have to do some explaining to their bosses.
Along with the Golden Dome, and the Peyton Manning Fathead.
Yes, Peyton Manning Fathead, and my championship for winning fantasy last year. So always got to throw them in the background, PTI style.
Congratulations on your fantasy title.
Thank you. It was actually my old helmet from 4th grade. We spray painted it green first, then put some stickers on it. Spray painted it gold over, took the stickers off, put the mask back on. Still haven't written my name yet, but it'll be up there soon.
Wow.
Yeah, my proudest possession. But anyway, back to you guys, man. You guys I've noticed you've been dipping your toes in the social media game lately. You just kicked off a little Instagram page, which I think is fantastic because, one, it lets people know what you guys are up to, what's on the forefront. But on the other hand, the videos, they're 15 seconds long, up to 15 seconds long, and so it's a good way to give people a taste without giving away too much. Well, first, give us the plug of what your guys' name is, and then two, just tell us what we can expect for when we follow you guys.
Well, our Instagram handle is at the 37 West. The 37th, number 3, number 7 West. Yeah, I mean, I love Instagram. It's my favorite app. I think Facebook is, a little too old school for me, I guess. I got too many friends and family on there, and Twitter is just always bogged down with weird stuff. I don't know. I just like Instagram, so I figured, we talked and we figured that Instagram would be a cool way to try to, something to commit ourselves to.
Yeah.
To update Instagram every day, video every day. Old videos, new stuff, pictures. Plus, if you go on Instagram and you're a fan of music, there's so much great music on there. Like you said, it's a good way to give people a taste of what you're all about and really kind of exercise that creative portion of yourself where you find new, cool, things to post. And we started this week just posting a video a day. And we actually got yelled at our last show for not having an Instagram page. So
they're like, all the other acts have an Instagram page. Why don't you? And I was like, you're right. We need one.
Give the people what they want.
Wait, go ahead.
Oh, so you just got to give the people what they want.
You got to give them what they're
delivering.
We're still working on, getting a SoundCloud and getting some recorded music that we're really proud of, that we feel like is refined and finished. But as far as Instagram goes, it doesn't have to be refined. It doesn't have to be finished. It doesn't have to look or sound pristine. It's just got to be, something for people to kind of, get a taste of and enjoy and also absorb in small doses. I mean, we have a YouTube channel, but it takes a lot for me to sit down and watch a 5-minute YouTube video these days. I know it's probably that way for a lot of other people, especially with music. I mean, someone sends me a long YouTube video, I almost look at it as like homework. It's like 5 minutes of your life too. So 15 seconds or less is not a lot for people to commit to, and it's fun for us to create.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube channel, 37 West. Also Facebook too. We do have 37 West. So.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun recording the videos that we put on YouTube. There's, if you go on our YouTube channel, you'll see some really cool parts of LA, and you hear a couple of songs we just played. But that's if you're looking for more long form stuff, short form stuff. It's on Instagram and Twitter.
Well, that was my next question. I noticed it was a few months ago actually when they first started coming down. When you guys, it looked like you made some music videos in LA. For lack of a better word, you guys had some beautiful, some cliffs, some beaches, some city, like some hills overlooking stuff. And where did those ideas come from? Logistically, was it hard to record the sound in those outdoor atmospheres? What was that like?
Yeah, we were talking one night, and we were like, let's make some videos, and we wanted to be outside the box, man. We didn't want to be in front of a white wall or something like that, especially if it's an original song with,
Shots fired.
with like 4 or 5 minute songs, originals. We want people to really sink into it. So, we live in one of the coolest cities in America with some of the coolest spots, and luckily he knew a lot of these spots and perfect places to perform where we wouldn't be bothering people. We did have to sing in front of random, tourists here and there at certain spots, but nothing I can't handle. So it was fun, man. It was cool. I've never seen half these spots either. So in caves.
Yeah, well, this is one of them. I don't know if people can see it, but where was that? Is that like a cave or something?
It's a cave, dude.
Yeah, that's along the PCH. There's a beach that I'm not going to give the name of because it's kind of like a secret spot, and if I tell too many people about it, eventually it's get bombed out. It's actually, I started going there a few years ago, and it's 3 or 4 times the amount of people that were there then go there now.
Yeah.
But just, like a beach in Malibu along the PCH. We went, hiked up to the Hollywood sign, employed the help of some friends. The one difficult thing was the audio, though. We did get, some wind noise and some ocean noise. But again, it's, one of those things where people will tolerate a little bit of rough quality if, the idea is there, or if the concept is cool, or if they appreciate what you're doing. So I think it sounds all right, but then you can hear a little bit of wind popping. You can hear some people talking. You can hear the waves crashing in that one. But it was fun to kind of do the location scouting around LA and try to find something, a little different, because we always go back to what type of stuff do we like, you know what I mean? And I always think it's cool when, there's bands like Portugal the Man and The Head and the Heart that go out and shoot videos, it seems like all over the country. And, that's just the kind of stuff I respond to personally. So I feel like, when it comes time to do stuff like that, that's usually where my mind goes is, what are the bands that I like doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even bands, and even your boy Wax, I mean, he's got a lot of videos where he's just kind of like just rapping in a car, anywhere. And I feel like that's the kind of stuff you get. It's authentic. And who cares if there's a little wind, man? It puts you there. It encompasses what your surroundings were at that time. So I'm all for it. Keep scouting, man. I hope you guys got some new places lined up.
Yeah, actually, a little sneak preview. Our next one's going to be a place called Vasquez Rocks, which is out in the middle of the desert. It's like a Joshua Tree kind of looking place outside of Los Angeles. We have a song picked out. We have kind of a location scouted, but it's like an hour and a half outside of LA. And in July, it's going to be like 100 degrees. So we've been dragging our feet on that one a little bit, but that'll be the next one for sure. Vasquez Rocks.
Nice, man. Can't wait. Now, you mentioned how you're thinking about starting up a little SoundCloud page. You already got the YouTube and stuff. Is there anything in the works in terms of an album for you guys? Have you guys been writing anything?
We were writing for, since 2006, man. We got 10 years of stuff ready to go, man.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of the stuff that, we've been writing and recording is new stuff since 2011 when we moved out here. And we sat down and wrote, made a list of all the music we've written. And it's enough for a full-length album aside from all the stuff that we wrote in New York. So you put all that stuff together. I think we've written over 40, maybe close to 50 songs. And Widell actually is taking the initiative of really starting to sketch out a lot of the parts, because it's just the two of us right now.
Yeah.
We'd love for, to join up with other musicians, or for people like Dave and Garrett to possibly come out here one day and maybe join up with us. Dave and Garrett, if you guys are watching, we miss you guys. Love you. Love you guys to come and grow new roots. But in the meantime, we're having to write all the bass and piano and drum parts. So the songs are written. The songwriting process is kind of complete, at least for the most part. There's always room for, an additional song or two if the inspiration, kind of blindsides you. But right now we're focused on just taking the skeletons of what we have, 2 guitar songs or 1 guitar, 1 piano songs, really building them out, making them feel like a full band, and in some cases not even building it out, just finding out what the song needs and kind of, where the sound is at. And, Widell's been writing and recording basically every day. So hoping maybe by the end of the year, early next year, to be able to get in the studio, track all that stuff with pro audio and other professional musicians, and nice instruments, and have a nice full length album.
Now you kind of just answered my next question. So, do you guys write the lyrics first or the music first? I think it's lyrics, just from your answer right there. But is that correct or no?
It's kind of like half and half, man.
Yeah, it depends.
I would say half of our catalog is John writing both parts, and I would say the other half is me coming up with a melody on the piano or the guitar and approaching him with it, and giving him la la la's, or like fake words or stuff that comes from somewhere in my head that I don't know, that want to be sung for those notes. And he'll take him a few days, and we have an awesome song with lyrics and music. And it's a lot of our songs, especially some of our more recent stuff too.
Love your guys' creative process, man. You come out with some hits, man. Can we give the people a little taste of some of the newer stuff that you've been working on? Some authentic some West Coast music?
Yeah, actually, this is along the lines of what you're just asking about, songwriting process. This is one where I kind of came up with a rough guitar melody. I sent it to Widell. He wrote a vocal melody where he does this thing we call fake words, where he'll sing, basically sounds. Some of it'll be English words, some of it'll be gibberish, some of it'll just be, like fa la la, kind of any kind of like noises you would make if you were just making up a tune. And some of the fake words that he made up made it into the song because I told him what I wanted it to be about. And it's basically a song about, there's a person in your life who you basically just want them to stay. You don't want them to leave. And you're trying to explain to them why taking a risk isn't always worth it sometimes. And I gave him even less information, I think, than that. And he wrote a vocal melody that had like all these just like little artifacts of that idea in it. And as I was, the first thing I did when I wrote the lyrics of the song is wrote down all the fake words that he said. So from there, just kind of, the song kind of fell into place. And this is probably the most recent song we've written, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's definitely one of the ones I'm most proud of. I really like how this one turned out.
Yeah, man.
That's fascinating. And I think we just came up with the next idea. Dude, no interview next time. Straight storytellers. That's what we want, man. That was so interesting, man. I would love to hear you guys just play songs and then give the insight of how you came up with it, man, because it is a fascinating process, and for the average Joe who doesn't have any musical talent, it's so foreign. So yeah, I love hearing how these things come together. But without further ado, what's this one called?
This is called Why Fly Away.
Here on the ground, with love that you need, always be waiting, alone, risking it all. What are you chasing? Will fear buy you a day? Why live your life afraid? If you knew what you had, would you still let it go? Would you still be ashamed to say what you know? When you look to the stars, do you guess where I am? Do you think of my face? Do you still give a damn? Why fly away? Your wings are broken. You'll be a happier day. chasing will buy you a day. Don't live your life afraid. When we think of the past, there's a picture we paint. There are dreams that we have. There are worlds we create. All the things we would change, the secrets we'd say. All will fortunes we save. Buy us a day. Why fly away? Your wings are broken. You'll be a happier town. Here on the ground, with love that you need. Always be waiting, alone, risking it all. What are you chasing? Will buy you a day. Don't live your life afraid.
Woo! That was awesome, man. I love it.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate that.
We got it captured here. Is this the first time it's been recorded and will be on the internet, or have you guys already dropped this somewhere?
We played it live, but you got the first video of it, man.
Okay, I'll take those dibs, but would also love for you guys to play that somewhere too, so I can share it solo. It was beautiful, and I can't wait to listen to it again and really soak in the lyrics.
Thanks, man. Actually, I was thinking about it while we were playing it. The lyric that Widell wrote, like made up on the top of his head on the spot, was, "If you knew what you had, would you still let it go?" And I told him, I was like, "You realize you wrote that lyric?" And he goes, "No." Which is like a great lyric. Like it's like one of those things where you can slave so hard over something and work really hard at it, you know, like a piece of music or, you know, any kind of art really, I guess. And sometimes it's just like, it just kind of flows out. And the more you just relax, the easier it just kind of comes to you. You know what I mean? So that's the from that.
Oh, dude, that was great, man. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and doing this, taking time out of busy life to play some tunes, man, and get the word out there for 37 West, man. About to take over West Coast, East Coast, everywhere.
Coastal, baby.
One thing I wanted to mention, actually, a couple shout outs. We shouted out Dave and Garrett, who, you know, made us a rock band, bass player and our drummer. We were just two guitar players. But I can't let this podcast end without thanking Greg Brooker, who's getting married next week. Congratulations,
Shout
Greg.
out.
Keep easy.
And when we were, we were just, a couple guys with acoustic guitars. Greg was our piano player, and he played with us basically from the beginning. Madeline, who was our violinist at the time. John Parada, who came in as bongo player / harmonica player. Again, back when we were just an acoustic group, and we weren't a rock band yet.
And Dan Chiavetta's roommate, freshman year of college, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was 21 as a freshman, so I'd say he helped keep me in school by getting me out of a lot of trouble.
Johnny, we love you. You know we love you. I could not let this podcast go by without saying thank you. And I actually missed 2 of his calls this morning, so I will call you back. And Glenn Westfall, our saxophone player.
Glenny.
Couldn't have done any of this without you guys. So thank you guys, and thank you, Chiavetta, for putting this all together. Really appreciate it, man.
Of course, man. Love you guys. We'll do this again soon.
Thanks, man. Take care.